flosstube.
Greetings.
I'm Laura.
I'm Joe.
Welcome to the Slovak Farm.
This is the farm where we grow cross stitch.
One stitch at a time. Today is Monday, November 25th. It is the last Monday of November. It is the Monday before Thanksgiving.
Everybody in the U.S., I hope you enjoy your turkey. Everybody else, you can still go get turkey. It's delicious.
I mean, if you're in the U.S., enjoy your gorgeous food. If you're not in the U.S., I feel sorry for you because Thanksgiving is the best holiday because it's all about the food. Okay.
Actually, I think almost every major holiday is all about the food.
Well, that depends on who you ask, but...
No, when I think family gathering, I think food.
Well, me too, but I know some people think Christmas is all about the gifts. Christmas is really about the birth of Jesus. Anyways, Thanksgiving is literally all about food. It is a holiday designed and created around food. How was y'all's week last week? Ours was calm.
My mom made me laugh my arse off on Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
My mom figured out how to make a video call on Facebook. I've never actually used it on my phone, so I had to sit there and turn on all of the permissions so that the Facebook would allow it to work so that I could answer her call. I was like, don't hang up yet, Mom. Don't hang up yet, Mom. Don't hang up yet, Mom.
It's okay.
I am so proud of my mother. She went from literally not knowing how to set which channel the VCR was on, if you know, you know, to now using Facebook Messenger, and video chatting with other people.
Hooray for her.
Oh, I'm so proud that in her 50s to 60s, she finally got the technology thing figured out.
Well, she did good.
Yeah.
So, yeah. It's been a very dull week. There was not much going on, so. Not much to talk about in our little intro today. But it's Thanksgiving week. It's all about the food.
Calm before the food storm.
Food belly.
No. Well, no. My favorite one, how I know it was a good meal?
Sleepy poopies.
Food coma.
Food coma. Well, why don't we shout out our commenters from last week?
Sarah, Bridget, Teresa, Lynn, Ann.
Thank you all so much for commenting and stopping by and spending some time with us this last week. Hope you enjoyed their little shot of crazy. Okay. Whips?
No, I beat my game.
Beat his game. Does that count? Sure.
Well, now that I'm running out of distractions.
Distractions! Shiny! I'm having a day. I'm tired. I have not slept well the last 2 days. So I'm tired. Okay. Well, I of course started the week with the Star-Touched Meadow Sal, the December Holly block. Sticky that in there. And I did 351 stitches on this. I did figure out it's on 18 count white Ada. Worked in this column here.
Column D.
Yep. I figured out it's on 18 count white Ada because I started the January block today. Because I finished November. If you recall from last week. And if you don't recall from last week, we'll go watch last week's video and see the finish.
When you see this thing, you know what's going on.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And then I went into the last unicorn week. Props for the last unicorn week. Alright. I don't know if I have the cover photo. Boop, boop. Here is the cover photo. This was the whip This is the whip I gave a second chance to. Because this is the whip that I bought the pattern, I bought the fabric, I bought the flosses. Well, okay, I had the fabric here. I bought all the stuff and was ready to start it. And then Russia invaded Ukraine. And I decided, after some back and forth with my own internal self, I decided I can start it and just not tell you where it came from. There are some ingenious people who have figured it out. And if you are truly motivated to be an ingenious human and figure it out, by all means, go be an ingenious person and figure it out. That's how I feel. That's it. So this is just on white 32 count. I did 403 stitches, which finished up this hot air balloon, this
Blimp.
Thank you. Did the cat and started the house, the roof house. I am doing this in Gentle Art Samplers Soot. Because I just part of why after I had bought the floss and then went, oh, I don't want to start this because of Ukraine, and then went, I've already spent the money, I might as well start it. Okay. Flip.
Flop.
I'm floppy. Hold please. Okay, I'm back. Then I pulled out Mirabilia's, Nora Corbett's, not Mirabilia's, Nora Corbett designs Mirabilia, but Nora Corbett's Halla Lily Bride. I had the, are you okay? I had the cover photo over there because I needed to take a picture of it.
Something weird got in my throat.
Ew, yuck.
Allergies suck.
I'm so sorry. And I used this for a popular designer and something that I changed the flosses on. So I did 839 stitches on it, and yeah, most of it was in this white. I did do some finished out here, and there's a blend in right in here that I worked on. What I changed on this was the wings were called for in like just a flat, you know, colors that match the dress, white and this purpley blue that match the dress. I made them metallics because I'm crazy.
You are nuts.
I am nuts, and this is on a piece of 28 count. I don't know. It's from Silk Weavers, and I've had it for so long, I don't remember. So, progress! Yay. She's getting there.
I like that one.
I think she's very pretty. She's getting there. We'll get there with her. I mean, we'll get there with all of them eventually. I just...
Yup.
I have a question about how long. Okay. So, and for my final prompt, a stitch on a whip that makes you happy. I pulled out Long Dog Samplers. A good tyke. A good tyke must be headed like a snake, backed like a beam, sided like a berm, tailed like a rat, and footed like a cat. And that's a greyhound. And no, I'm not going to make it a black greyhound. I'm going to leave it the color that it is. Everybody asks me if I'm going to change the color to match my poundy. No, I'm not. I'm going to leave it the color it is. There's a lot of black in this, honestly.
What my smart comment that's going to be?
What?
Watch the next dog we get be tan.
I mean, I want more houndies, so we could have a tan houndie. Right. This is on a piece of 32 count. I don't remember what color I did it. I think it's royal blue. And I did 402 stitches on it, which I think is like footed and then worked on the two border bits. Really didn't intend on working the border first, and I'm probably going to move like in here for some color when I work on this again. But it's kind of just the way it's worked out.
$5, you forget about that work on the border again next time.
Well, I was like, okay, so I'm going to move in here and do some color, but then I have these hanging threads. Yeah. That's my biggest problem, is those hanging threads. Those hanging threads drive me nuts. I do not park. I do not like to park. And, yeah. So that was the last unicorn week. I used my pass on something I haven't touched in a while and feel stuck on. So then I went on to stitch on my ornament for my second ornament for the November ornament along. It is my Christmas wishes. It's this one here that says Peace and Hope. And I started it, and I finished it. And that was 725 stitches. And this is just on a piece of heirloom that I dyed. I had a bunch of this, so. What?
Ready for my smart comment of the day?
What? There's beads on it.
I have way too much fun ringing that bell. We could literally have a 10-minute video of me just ringing that bell.
Now, look, I'm going to admit, working all in one color on Friday, I was able to start this on Friday. This was only a handful of colors, very easy to stitch on, so I had this done Saturday. So I just pulled out Shores of Hawk Run Hollow to put some stitches in on that. See how much more I can get on it before November. I am working on the memorial block, or before December. I am working on the memorial block.
Anybody else just go, wait a minute, it is that month. Wait a minute, that month's almost over. Wait a minute, what day is it? What's going on? Arrgh!
Yes. Do you have another needle minder over here? Thanks. Yes, I'm intentionally covering up words. Not that they're bad words, it's just I don't want. Anyways, I finished the wording on it. So it says Anchor in the Haven of Rest. I put of rest and then the date of my grandfather's death on there. And did the swirlies and finished the blue outline of this part. So I literally have the black block outline and I have to fill in here and fill in here. So yes, this is going to be a December dash to the finish project.
Aren't you glad I was screwing around with this thing?
Yes, I am. This is going to be this. So this goes into the December dash to a finish because honestly, filling in those backs, filling in is going to be relatively easy. I mean, that's quick stitching. That's just. So that was my stitching for the week. That's my stitching for the week. Paul. Somebody take the credit card away from me. The debit card away from me. No, I'm kidding. It's not that bad. I ordered. Hey, I brought extras. I ordered a cookbook yesterday on Amazon because it was on Black Friday sale and it was more than half off.
My second words to her were, just get it already.
Yes. And these were on sale too, so I threw a pack in of these. These are magnetic cable ties. If you have seen my little heart things, they're a magnet on each end, and they help corral your fabric in hoop.
Are those still on sale?
I don't know. There's no way I'm ever actually going to use all of these all at once. There is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 2, 4, 6, 8. There's 20 in here. I have some fabric issues, but I don't think I need more than... I don't think I need 20. Sometimes I have a problem where some of my fabric still doesn't, even with the 2 I have, still doesn't stay curled up and where I want it to, out of my way.
Well, the reason why I gave you 1 of your 2, because for me, I would need 8.
2, 4, 6, 8. Yes.
And actually for the project I'm doing now, I would really benefit from having 4 of those things. And if I'm allowed to pick colors, guess which ones I want?
What?
Red, blue, and black are my favorites. Seriously. Black and blue and red all over are actually just my favorite colors, and it's funny to say that.
Well, there's black. There's red. They have this blue, that blue, and that's...
The blue. I love how she just understands what I mean.
Right. What other color do you want?
That one, or just pick one you don't like. Cool. That's actually my 4th favorite color, mainly because of the fruit.
Orange is my least favorite color.
Okay.
Don't ask me. Okay, so there's that. All done. So now you have all. Yay.
Love you. You're awesome.
Okay. And then I got my new planner for 2025. So my new inserts. I bought these from a site called Live Love Posh. It was about the same price as what I was going to spend on Amazon for inserts, for an insert set. And I think these are a little cuter. I mean, they're still very basic. I just like them a little bit better. But, really why I bought them. Part of why I really went through Live Love Posh, and I like the paper on these better than what I got last year that I have now. It's a little bit heavier. But my counting book is like falling apart. The cover is separating. One of my dividers barely stays in. It's bent. It's dirty. It's a mess.
AKA, it's past its expiration date.
It is past its expiration date. So I thought I would get these. These are frosted covers for a disc planner. So basically it's just a hard plastic, and you can print out whatever you want to be the cover of them. I bought some Greyhound clip art off of Etsy that was like $2 for like, I think there's 16 clip art pictures that I'm gonna print out, and I'm gonna size them to be my cover. And then I got some flexible plastic dividers. And then I realized I don't really need a counting book anymore, because half of the poop I was doing in my counting book, most of the poop I was doing in my counting book is gone except for counting my stitches. And I just put that in my big planner. However, these are going to work very well to make a notebook for all of my church stuff. Because between Ladies Guild, Decorating Committee, now I'm planning heading up to fundraisers. I'm going to need to keep myself organized. There we go. So, not a waste. But I like the stuff she has on Live Love Posh. She has different covers. She has clear covers. She has frosted covers. She has colored covers. She's got these dividers. She's got various orientations of, she's got vertical, she's got horizontal, she's got stickers and paper clips, and you can buy discs from her, and I can't even remember all of what she has.
This is not a paid advertisement.
This
She's
is
just
not a paid advertisement. No, it's not a paid advertisement. Wouldn't I love it if I could get, like, some freebie stuff for talking about it? Oh, wait, my channel's not that big. But, this is not sponsored in any way. I just really like her stuff. Beth Ann actually told me about her stuff. She had gotten the frosted covers. So when I was like, I need new covers for my planner book, for my counting book, that's where I went. And I saw that she had planner layout, and I'm like, well, it's not that much more than what I would pay on Amazon. So I just bought it.
Oh, random stupid thing I want to do.
What?
I want the page you use the most, and I want to write a little something on there.
Okay.
I want to put a heart with Joe and Laura on it.
Okay.
So that way, whenever you look at the most common page, you can remind yourself that I love you.
Okay, I love you.
Yes, I'm this much of a sap all the time. This is not just for TV.
Yeah, he is. He's a sappy sap, but it's okay. So that's haul. Plans?
Survive turkey.
Survive the turkey. We're not getting deep fried turkey this year. I are sad, but the reason we're not getting deep fried turkey this year is because the weather's going to be really crappy. Like, I stopped at Aldi's today in Medina. Holy bleeping people. When on my way home from stitching to find a couple of turkey breasts. I found a couple of turkey breast tenderloins, marinated turkey breast tenderloins, because it's questionable about whether or not we actually... I think we'll be okay Thursday to travel. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, it's going to depend on how the lake effect bands set up coming across the lake. This time of year, there is a possibility that we will see lake effect snow because none of the lake is frozen right now. And it is very warm still for a lake. Like, I wouldn't go swimming in it, but for the lake, this is warm, right? So that means lake effect bands could get us. It's just going to depend on how stuff comes across the lake. So I went ahead and I bought some turkey in case we completely can't go to my mom and dad's. But it is supposed to be rainy on Thursday here. So my dad's like, I really don't want to deep fry turkey in the rain. I'm like, well, so don't. We'll just get another turkey this summer and deep fry turkey this summer. And my mom's like, well, we already have a second turkey. I'm like, well, good. Guess what? We can deep fry turkey in flippin' July then, and we won't have to worry about it raining. What?
PSA from the Joe, because I do this every time. It's just my nature. The reason why my father-in-law has to worry about the rain is because anybody who deep fries a turkey in their house is asking for it. I'm sorry. The very process of deep frying a turkey, it's literally a big pot with oil over an open flame, and there are at least half a dozen to a dozen ways that oil can get to that open flame, and if it does, there's this little thing called a fireball.
Right.
And it can, depending on the amount of oil that goes over the side, literally shoot a ball of fire up, and if it's indoors, your roof just caught on fire.
Yes. The biggest cause of fires on Thanksgiving Day and Thanksgiving weekend in the U.S. is from deep fried turkey.
Because you either do it too close to your house, near something flammable, or God only knows why, inside your house.
Right.
So, please, outside, thaw your turkey.
Thaw the turkey. Do it outside. Do it on concrete.
Or gravel.
Don't do it, and don't do it in your garage.
That would be inside.
Yeah, well, there's still people who do it in their garage and say, oh, my God.
And
don't do it on your back deck.
That would be the fall into flammable. Also, if you want to know what I'm talking about, just go onto YouTube and literally type in fire safety drill frozen turkey in deep fryer. You will love what you see. It is pyromaniac heaven.
It is pyromaniac heaven. So anyways, I really don't know where all of that was going. Other than we're probably not going to have deep fried turkey for Thanksgiving.
I was just making sure anybody who's watching this knows, so maybe tell one of their friends, hey, no, don't do it, you're an idiot.
plans are to survive the turkey coma. I don't know how that's going to work. But it is the last week of November. It is the last weekly for Daily 30. Then we start the December dash on Sunday, because Sunday is December 1st. December 1st is on a Sunday. That means December has a Friday the 13th in it, which means there really is a Nightmare Before Christmas this year. You're welcome.
Oh, no, I was going to say something, but I decided we're on YouTube, so I'm not going to be mean. I'll tell you after video.
Okay. You're welcome.
Moving on.
That's going to live free in your brain for the rest of the month, for the rest of the year now. Okay.
Same difference.
So, the weekly is short. It's only 100. It's 100, 200 weeks, so it's a short week. Okay. It is about square dancing. I think this is kind of cute. It's different. Okay, so the first prompt is to stitch on something that is fun and uplifting. Well, I think that about any of my projects. So that one's kind of going to be a free choice.
The only two that would not fit that one is not available. The ones that you've had to modify because you miscounted somewhere.
Well, that's true. That's true. There are 3 on here where I kind of can fit just about anything into them. So, the second one is to stitch on a whip of choice. And tell us how stitching gives your brain a workout. Have you ever tried counting when someone wants to talk to you?
It's not my fault you don't have an indicator light that says which of the 16 things you do during a stitching time you're currently doing.
Okay.
I'm not kidding. She does like chit-chat with this group, chit-chat with that group. I count those as different things, by the way.
Okay.
And all that other stuff.
Now, this one, I can fit anything out of number 4 into number 3. And number 3 is to stitch on something that is non-traditional or something that is comfortable. Number 4 is to stitch on something that has 8 elements repeated on it. I can pretty much probably I can fit whatever I pick for number 4 into number 3. I have already done the mental gymnastics on it, just looking at the choices I have. So our choices are, for the record, yes, I am absolutely going to try to fit every single prompt into one project.
I already have.
This week, because it would only be 2, 4, 6, technically 8, because I still have a weekly pass for not stitching one prompt. So our choices are the reindeer, Stamped Heart Succulent, Midnight Sails, Arctic Blast, or Chaotic Stupid.
Arctic Blast!
I knew you were going to say that.
Because I find it fun. Because it reminds me of a video game I played to death that I love dearly. And every time you use that attack, which I was doing twice every round at a certain point, it was Arctic Blast, Arctic Blast, Arctic Blast, Arctic Blast. And I just loved the name, the way it was said, the attack animation, everything. I just loved the attack. I still do.
Okay, so the last prompt is to stitch on something that you can fit into the countries listed. All the dance steps are called in English to participate wherever it's happening. Across Canada, the US, England, France, Germany, Holland, Sweden, Denmark, Czech Republic, Slovakia, China, Japan, Taiwan, Australia, New Zealand. Wherever they're doing square dancing, you learn your square dancing called in English so that everybody who participates knows. So even if you're in a multilingual situation, everybody knows. Okay. So we have to relate it to either one of those countries.
Canada, Arctic Blast. It's in the Arctic.
Actually, that tie-in works with Arctic Blast was released in 2021. Whatever year it was released in, she actually released it designed it and released it because because of that Arctic blast we got with Christmas that disrupted everything on the that disrupted Christmas on the East Coast. So that's how it ties into the U.S. But yeah, I was like, oh, I can fit any of that into any of those countries too. So we're gonna be doing all Arctic blast next week. Sorry, it's gonna be for a little boring. It's gonna be a little boring for content.
Actually, guess what I'm gonna be doing now?
What?
I gotta find Ruby.
Okay.
I want to stitch Ruby while you're stitching Arctic Blast.
And December's gonna be a little boring for content because it's December dash to a finish. I already know for a fact that I am working on Shores of Hawkern Hollow to finish it. I don't know how long that's going to take. Honestly, like I said, it's straight fill-in. So it's kind of brainless. And actually working on Arctic Blast this week is going to be nice because it's easy stuff to work on. And with Thanksgiving Day Thursday, Friday we're decorating the church for Advent. And if I get this done before the 1st of December, I'm just going to pull out Shores and work on it. I have a pile of options next to in my little supply nook, because I have like a little 31 tote that I have like all of my hoops in. I have my floss bags in. I have a few other things, supply things in there. Behind my table, my end table, that, you know, when I get to the point in Shores where I need to pick something else, we'll look at those options. I think I have next year planned-ish. I kind of know what my main focus is going to be, I guess you could say. But I can't talk about it yet, because technically the yearly hasn't come out for Daily 30.
She's insider trading on her.
I have insider trading on that, yes. But, and at some point in December, I need to sit down and go through all of and write a new whip list out for the new year. I may attempt to figure out what I stitched on each project this year total for our whip parade at the end of the year. You may get the whip parade at the week of Christmas and nothing the week of New Year's because my nieces are going to be up the week of New Year. I think that's going to work out best. And we may actually do the whip parade film it on Sunday before Christmas. He and I need to discuss that. I just had that thought. That probably would be easiest. Okay. So that is plans. So we've talked about everything we need to talk about today. I don't know why I suddenly had a New York accent. I have a kid in my PSR class, which is religious education, who will read sometimes when I tell him to read. He'll read in funny accents, and I literally one day looked at him and I said, "Well, I find it amusing, and don't care if you do it." I said, A, if you're gonna do it, you need to do it in an accent that we can understand. I said, and B, if you're gonna do it outside of this classroom, know your audience because some people might get offended by it. And he's like, okay. I said, it doesn't bother me because I do it randomly.
Also, I was going to say, you married me.
Yeah.
I do random stuff for random reasons. You can't even make a list of how random I am because the list keeps changing. I am random personified.
I'm very random.
Probably why it works well.
It is. So that's all we have for today. So thank you for joining us and spending a little bit of time with us this week. I hope you had a good time. I hope you were entertained.
Are you not entertained?
I don't know what I was going to say now. Oh, you have to do the spiel.
Okay, I was going to. Please like, comment, subscribe, share, bell notification, all the fun Mr. Algorithm, please get us more subscribers stuff.
Yes. Thank you so much for spending some time with us this week. If you are in the U.S., have a happy Thanksgiving. If you are outside of the U.S., have a great week. I mean, have a great week. Go find yourself some turkey. I don't know. They were talking about it this morning on the Weather Channel. Apparently finding turkey outside of the U.S. is kind of hard because they don't have, like, a Thanksgiving-type holiday outside of the U.S. Why don't y'all eat turkey?
Because it's an American bird?
Turkey is really good. Did you know they didn't actually serve turkey at the first Thanksgiving? Random food fact I know. Okay. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you next week.
Bye.